Actress Natasha Richardson is in a New York hospital this morning after being seriously injured in a skiing accident. CBS News correspondent Bianca Solorzano is at Lenox Hill Hospital, where Richardson is currently being treated. Bianca, good morning.
Hi, good morning. Yes, Natasha Richardson was reportedly brought here to New York's Lenox Hill Hospital yesterday. Her exact condition has not been confirmed, but we believe her family, including her husband and her mother, have gathered here to be with her. About 8:30 last night, actress Vanessa Redgrave, looking very distraught, was photographed entering New York's Lenox Hill Hospital to visit her daughter.
It's an extraordinary story.
She is 45-year-old Natasha Richardson, Tony Award-winning actress, wife of actor Liam Neeson. Monday, Richardson was at Mont Tremblant Ski Resort outside of Montreal. According to resort officials, the conditions were mild and perfect, but Richardson fell and hit her head during a private ski lesson.
She was on the beginner's trail, right in the middle of the trail. She didn't hit anyone or anything, so it was a normal fall that you would expect from a ski lesson.
Richardson was not wearing a helmet. At first, she showed no signs of injury. Members of a ski patrol escorted her back to her hotel. About an hour later, she started complaining of headaches.
Doctors will be the ones who will be able to say what exactly happened. She didn't fall. It wasn't a violent fall at all.
Richardson was taken to a Montreal hospital. Her husband, Liam Neeson, was shooting a film in Toronto and rushed to be by her side. Richardson was flown to New York yesterday on a private jet with a medical team on board. And we are expecting a statement later this morning from Richardson's family.
CBS's Bianca Solorzano at Lenox Hill Hospital for us this morning. Bianca, thank you. Joining us now, neurologist Dr. Carolyn Brockington of St. Luke's Roosevelt Hospital here in New York. Doctor, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Based on what we know so far, what's your best explanation as to what's happened here?
Well, it really looks as if she's had a significant head injury, and it really highlights the importance of being evaluated after you have a head injury.
She, from eyewitness accounts, had a fall, not a severe fall, on this bunny slope, hit her head, but said she was lucid. I mean, is that normal to be lucid for a period of time and then all of a sudden to have your condition deteriorate the way it has?
Certainly. What's interesting is that with some head injuries, the bleeding that happens in the brain happens slowly over time. And as the bleeding increases, it starts to push on the brain and create symptoms. So there's certainly a lag time between the time of the head injury many times and the times that you create or develop symptoms.
How do you see this coming, though? If everyone said, and even the people that treated her on the slope said she seemed to be fine at the time, so then how do you know that this danger could be lurking only hours later?
It's difficult because if you feel fine at the time, you wonder whether you should really go to the hospital. But when you start to develop certain symptoms, that's the time to really pursue treatment rapidly.
You talk about there being different types of head injuries, and you really can't predict what the situation's going to be, where you hit your head, what type of surface you hit, how hard you hit that surface. But if you had to say, okay, these are the signs you need to be on the lookout for, what would the signs be?
Well, what's concerning is if with a head injury, if you develop loss of consciousness or change in your mental status where you appear confused, if there's a time where you develop weakness on one side or numbness on one side, problems with speech, problems with the development of a severe headache, all those things are very crucial in terms of knowing that something is happening with the brain and it needs to be evaluated quickly.
Have to take every head injury seriously, whether
Absolutely.
It's minor or whether it's major.
Right, and this really highlights the point,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Dr. Brockington, thank you so much. We appreciate you taking the time.